Our lesson today is over the percent of increase and decrease, and we can do this by using what we learned previously, which is the percent proportion. But let's start off with some vocabulary. The percent of change is how much a quantity increases or decreases compared to its original amount. Original amount in boldface type, it's pretty important. We always compare things to the original amount. Percent of increase, percent of change if the new amount is greater than the original. Percent of decrease, percent of change if the new amount is less than the original amount. So how do we do this? Percent of increase. We start with our question. What is the percent of increase from 30 to 48? So we start off by finding the actual amount of the increase. So 48 minus 30 gives us 18. So 18 is the amount of the increase. Next, we set up our proportion. The amount of increase is the parts, and the original amount is the whole. So we're comparing the original. And the right side, well, that's always going to have that 100 there. So our proportion, get the format, get the 100 down there. We're trying to find the percent. So that's the unknown. And as listed, 18 is the part, and 30 is the whole, which is the original. And now we just solve our proportion. So 18 times 100 is 1800. Divide that by 30 for an answer of 60. So the percent of increase is 60%. Again, the key here is knowing the original amount. That's what we always compare it to. Next, we have our percent of decrease. So find the percent of decrease from 60 to 24. Step 1, very similar to the last one. Find the amount of decrease. So 60 minus 24 equals 36. And again, set up our proportion. Amount of decrease is the part, and the original is the whole. So we have our 100, always goes on there. Our percent is the unknown. Our original amount was 60, and our amount of change was 36. And now we solve. So 36 times 100 is 3600. Divide that by 60. And that will give us an answer, again, of 60. Just happened to work out that way. So 60% is the amount of the decrease. Again, original amount is the whole, and the amount of decrease is the part. So 2 problems. We're going to go ahead, and if you want to stop the video, you can. Try them on your own, or stick with it and work with me through the problem. So our first problem here, we're going from 900 to 250. That's a decrease. Find the amount of decrease, which is 650. Proportion set up. 100 always on the bottom here. Percent's the unknown. Original amount was 900. Amount of decrease was 650. So we cross multiply. We get 65,000. We do 650 times 100. And we divide that by the original amount, 900. This will be a decimal answer. You can go ahead and let's be exact with it. 72 and 2/10 repeating percent. That's okay to have decimals in our percent answers if that's what we come up with. Next one from 20 to 26. So we're increasing. The amount of increase is 6. So our proportion sets up. Percent's the unknown. The original was 20. And the change was 6. So we can cross multiply to get 600. Divide that by 20. And we get 30 for an answer. So 30% is our amount of change. Not shown in the video is when you have other parts of the problem to find. But you guys now know how to work the proportion. So expect to see problems where you have to find different parts of the problem. This concludes your percent of increase and decrease lesson.